Hey everyone, Foster's Finds here. How's it going? I've got good news and I've got bad news, but first, let's start with the mail call. This is going to be the end of stream comment video to get in on the end of stream giveaway or giveaways if the wheel is as generous as it was last week with 3 end of stream giveaways. That was a crazy end of stream. But we're going to start off with the mail call. First things first, we got a box hunt coming up for William E. William, I forgot to bring some silver to trade in for other options, so I did pick up this box jellyfish, Australian, $1 ounce of silver. So hopefully you're picking that. I picked that up. I picked up some more barbers, some more Merc dimes, rosies, some V nickels. I have not gone through those at all. That was picked up from my LCS, the Louisville Numismatic Exchange. Great people down there. That's not sponsored or anything like that. Just to give them a little exposure on the channel for no reason other than they are awesome to deal with. So let's get into the mail call. This is from Hunting, Southwest Ohio. And it looks like, what do I have? An auction purchase here. 1860. Wow, 1860 Indian head cent. That's going to go in the book. I said an 1860 Indian head cent. That is going to go in the book. I do need this one. I do need this to focus. Let's focus. Come on. There it is. Not bad, not bad, not bad. We'll get that in the book. That's awesome. So it looks like I had a couple second to last placements in the Saturday special. It's going to be a dime, and I'm pretty sure a dime in there, which I guess he held on to. I was asking those to be put in the chest. So I may just leave those in the envelopes. And yeah, actually, I'm going to leave those in the envelopes. And who knows? Maybe I'll just send something different instead. Not sure on that. Very happy about the Indian head. Thank you, Rick. Next up, Copper Owl Coins. I purchased some rolls from him. So I don't think we had any finds in the rolls or in the box that I shared with JC Likes Pam. But let's see. Did get a 40% half and a rosy dime. Take that back. And I got a 2024 P nickel. Um, so one more of those that I have. But the hold half, that's going to go to Vinny. Whenever we send Vinny VMC his next package. And it looks like Copper Owl Coins has used the tape that is stronger than me. There we go. Now I can get into that. So I know I started off saying good news, bad news. Good news. We got circulated nickels in our most recent box. So here we go. And the bad news was, we'll get that guy in a flip. Yeah, we'll get that guy in a flip there. He's flippable. But here we go, Vinny. Another magnet-worthy coin. Looks like that was a 1995. So Vinny can make another magnet, which he donates to channels and do giveaways. So we got a bunch of hold halves there. That was the damage that happened in shipping. But heck, I can still leave it taped up and pull one out just like that. So it kind of still works. Get one of his magnet coins. Let's see, we got a 40% half for our roll purchase. And what year? That's a 1960 Rosie, minted in Philly. So thank you, Copper Owl Coins, for that. All right, then also we had an auction purchase from Rob Bond's Treasure. Empty there. Here we go. Just got a little. So got RFT there. which we have one of his mats here already. Love the nickel hunting. Love the nickel hunting mats. But if I'm not mistaken, this is 2 of the tiny tubes. He's taped them up together. That's awesome. Head to head. Pack that in so they don't jiggle around in there. But this is a lot of Indian head scent. So I'm going to go through these and add or upgrade to the book. And the rest of these will go into the Indian head scents for our giveaways. And lastly, I had a Morgan bag pull that I purchased. So we got an 1880 O Morgan dollar. Probably in about a VF condition there. We did go to the bank to deposit some halves, and they're like, hey, can you take these? Because I really don't have room for all your halves. And I said, sure. It was a bunch of wrappers like this, which I've already gone through. But it looks like it came from a smoker's home where they smoked around their coins because it was very brown on the outside of these rolls. The edges of the coins where they used to be, these were all like BU other than the smoke damage. So I did redeposit those. Some of the other rolls I picked up did come from the same person. And if you guys recall, we had rolls like this that had already been hunted and sent back and repackaged into the box with the same hunted wrappers with this red line on there. So from my understanding from the teller, that person has recently passed away, so rest in peace. But that's just, I've seen those rolls several times. I don't know if that was that person doing it or if they're marked like that where they package them, that they've been weighed or something and they weigh right. But we also did manage to pick up a couple rolls of uh, NIFCs, 2015 D and P halves. I have not taken any of them out, but I think we'll be using those for giveaways. And I got to get through these. I have not slid under these under the scope, but which we had some 73Ds in a roll like this. I didn't pick anything up. There was an additional roll of these which didn't have either GDO, so we'll get there. But also in those red marked halves were these two 2018s, both minted in Denver. So it wasn't a complete bust, just a 42 NRFCs in that customer wrapped hunt, if you want to call it that. All right, now for the bad news about the nickels. The box busted. The box busted. So we are circulated, which is the good news. Bad news is I don't have the original order that they were in the box. But oh, look at that! We got a war nickel ender. That's not going to be part of the nickel battle. That's an ender roll. We're going to save that for the awesome. We're going to save that for the heck yeah, the end of the year, the ender year stream that we'll be doing. But yeah, that looks like that's going to be a good box of circulated nickels. We haven't had a war nickel in a box in quite some time, mainly because our nickels have been new. So yeah, that. You know what? Let's take them out. Let's flip them over. I was planning on being done with this video already, but that's exciting. I didn't look. I just peeked in the bag and saw that I had circulated nickels, so I knew I had good news there. So I've got extra good news. We got a war nickel ender to open at the end of the year. Let's see. There's 20 of it. Here's next 20. So I think the way I'm going to do up the rolls on the nickel battle is just however the bank put them together. We're going to have 2 picks rather than 4 picks. So each person will get to pick their wrap of, whoops, that was crazy. Wrap of nickels there. There's 60 of it. We still got 2 more. Check enders on. Yeah, that's awesome. We got a war nickel ender. We will be opening that live New Year's Eve along with other enders we've picked up this year that weren't in somebody's box. We had a Walker ender, last week for Ron Pierce, and I have not brought the halves to the desk yet, but it is a huntable box for you, William E. So the good news, circulated nickels. Extra good news. I said extra good news. Where'd it go? I've lost the ender, y'all. It's got to be this one. There we go. Extra good news is we got a war nickel ender out of this box. So perhaps out of the next couple of weeks of nickel battles, we will have some awesome finds. Heck, we also found a key date during the last nickel battle. Or second to last? I don't remember. I remember that we found a key date, though. So that's awesome. That's all the news I got. Don't forget to leave a comment down below that gets you in on the end of stream, and you must be present to win. Thank you, everybody who got me my mail, Rob Bottom's Treasure, Copper Owl Coins, Hunting Southwest Ohio. But we're going to get that Indian Head Scent book updated. I may just do a little short on updating that and seeing where we're at with that book I got from the LCS. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time.